Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with the next video in our Platinum Trophy Guide for Minoria. In the last video we had taken on the first two major bosses of the game and had made it to this point on the map. So from here I'm actually going to skip to certain points of the map, that way it saves time and effort, that way it allows you guys to kind of explore a little bit, but showing you the path that I took to get to where I am. So as you can see here on the map, it looks a little confusing because of where we are, but it's next to that double elevator area, as you can see a little bit to my left. But from here we're going to be skipping a bit forward until we get to something of major importance. Do note that there is a couple new enemies in this area that are knights and other things like that. I will point out anything of importance that I think you guys might need to know. So yeah. Alright, and as you can see, we kind of went a little bit up north from where we were, so we went to the room to our right, and then we headed up. This will be the most direct path to get to where we need to go next, and as I said, you'll want to keep an eye out for these eggs as they explode, and when they explode, they can curse you, making it to where you deal, I believe, less damage, or you basically just, it's not a good time, so you want to avoid getting cursed, and things like that. So along the way you'll find a couple of things, and then you can finally come down to this room here. Find another little XP flower. And in here will actually be a save area. And just off to our right is going to be a little mini boss that we have. But yeah, pretty much nothing too crazy. As I said, there are going to be these new enemy types, these knights. There's two different versions, well actually three different versions. One of them has a smaller weapon that does less damage. The other one has a much larger weapon that does a bit more damage per hit. But here you'll have your little mini boss fight with two giant knights. They're pretty easy. Second one will fall from the ceiling over here, as you'll see. And while he's getting up, you can basically just kind of wail on him. As you can see, I got cursed. I believe that just means you do less damage overall. But that's okay. So now from here I'm going to skip to when we have our next save area and things like that. And yeah. Alright, now as you'll see, we're just a little bit over to where we just were. And you're going to run into Pin again, and he will give you a healing incense and some information about the area off to our right. That is going to be the boss room, but to get to the boss room, you're going to have to actually find and destroy 4 sacks around the garden. And so I'm going to skip to where those 4 sacks are and show you on the map, and then there's also going to be a couple of other things that I'm going to talk about. So from here you basically want to head up, and that will lead you to a key item, and that is going to be the next key that you actually need, and that'll give you a way of opening up some of the doors while you're exploring the areas. So I'm going to skip to where that is now on the map. Alright, now as you can see, like I said, heading up from that save area, you will find a NPC who will ask you for a favor, which I will go into detail in a little bit. But from here, as you'll see the path I took, this will lead you to the first sack right here that you have to destroy. Upon destroying it, you'll get a message saying the mist has diminished. Now, after you do all 4, you will then, as you'll see right here, we can't go past this mist. So once we have destroyed all 4, we can now finally come into that mist and face that boss. So as you can see, we're now back here, right at this save point. So from here, we're actually going to be heading down, and there's going to be a couple of areas we're going to go to, and that will lead us to where we have to go to get the remaining 3, as well as a key item related to that NPC that I'm going to talk about. So like always, I'm now going to skip to that. Alright, now as you can see right here, from that save point we headed down and then took the first left that we could and then followed this path around. And as you can see right here, there's a secret wall that you can hit, giving you the ivory bead. This is the quest item related to that NPC that I was talking about. Now once we find the next sack that we have to destroy, I will then show you from the save point where to go to find that NPC. Well, actually, it turns out there was no sack there. So anyways, from the save point, you're going to want to take that ladder, like I said, up top. And this will allow you to reach the NPC. So right here, you're going to come over here to your right. Then you'll talk to her. She'll ask you if you could bring her something. And that will get you the trophy for Friend of the Slug. Here you have a shop that will allow you to buy things with silver coins, which is pretty nice. And yeah, so that will get you that trophy. Can be easily missed, so do keep that in mind. So now I'm going to skip to the next 3 sections or areas that I was talking about, and I now remember the path needed to take to get the ivory key. So yeah. Alright, so as you can see, we found another save area at the bottom, and if you go up from there, so take the scaffolding and just follow that up, and then follow it to the left and up and then to the right, you'll end up exactly where I am, and this will get you your next key item, the royal key, which will then be used to unlock more doors and things of that nature in the area. So like I said, now I'm going to skip to when we find the remaining 3 sacks to destroy. Alright, and just a little ways from where we just were, you'll see right here on the map, we'll find the next one to destroy. So now we only have 2 left to go. And like always, I'm now going to skip to that so you know exactly where they are. Alright, and as you can see, the next one is right here on the map. Only have 1 more to go, and then we can finally fight the boss of this area. Alright, and the last one that you will have to find and destroy is just to the left of that save. You will need that royal key that we got in order to come here and destroy it. There will be at least 3 waves of enemies that you will have to find and deal with. I guess we missed 1, so in total there's 5 now. My bad. So now we're going to show you where the next one is. Okay, I was actually wrong. I just ended up dying and forgot to go get one of the other ones that I'd previously gotten. And yeah, so that's what happens whenever you don't save after making some progress. So now as you can see, we can now enter the boss area, and there'll be all these enemies and things that are just kind of chilling and not doing anything. So yeah, so basically as of now, I'm like always going to skip to or to show me fighting the boss and beating it without taking any damage. So yeah. Alright, as you can see, that was a pretty easy boss fight using that 1 incense that summons the swords and all of that. And once you have defeated her, you will get the Deity Slayer trophy. Then there will be a small cutscene here, which I'm not going to skip or ruin. And then we will end up in a new area, not by choice. So, as of, I do believe that that is where I'm going to end this video. As always, I do hope that these have been helpful or informative in some way, shape, or form, And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Of course, I'm going to skip the cutscene, and yeah, going to make it to the next save area, of course. As you can see, we're all the way at the bottom left of the map. But I will see you all in the next one.